Hello, Ice here. Riven, the sequel to Mist. Last time we found Eyeball 4. And that was all the progress. I haven't actually had any new ideas either. I thought about like, oh, maybe the shape of the little cave is the animal. But for one, it's basically a straight line as far as I can tell besides this sticking in. For another, I think if they wanted to use the negative space like that, the eye would be pre-flipped. Like, you'd see the number first, then the eye would be facing into the wall. I don't know if that's, like, definitely true, but also I don't think there's any animal in the animals room that looks like the inside of this entire cave. As far as the other puzzles, I'm kind of wondering if they all, like, lead into each other. Like, we'll get the book from this area, that is the trap book, and we'll hand it to Gan, and we'll, like, maybe he'll open the cage, as part of accepting the book, and then once he's trapped, we'll be able to walk around and maybe, like, get a hint for this, and then we release Catherine, and maybe, like, this leads to... I don't know, is the Starfisher underground? I've been trying to remember that. If I should be looking to the sky or the ground once it's time to actually signal Atris. But like, I'm kind of thinking like, sure, you could sequence break if you already have the answer, but maybe they set up the game in a way where if you're playing and actually like getting the hints from the game, you would first trap Gen, then rescue Catherine, then signal Atris or whatever his name is. And yeah, I've been told that this puzzle was just relevant for this puzzle. At least I think that's what I think. When people say big puzzle to me, they're calling the same thing I call the big puzzle the big puzzle. And yeah, so if they all do lead into each other, I kind of have to solve the animal room puzzle first, which is why I've been so focused on it. Like, I don't know where else to even look for clues for the other things. And it feels like I have all the clues, I'm just not putting them together. Yeah, this one I'm not sure of. This one I have no idea. The others might be right. So yeah, I still want to hang around here. That's what we did last time, but I didn't solve it last time, so it's still on the list of things to be solved. Just thinking the eye's like down here. Does this contour doesn't really mean anything. This looks like the bottom of a giant knife. I was thinking it was like a mushroom last time, but maybe it's a knife. It wouldn't be the only giant knife we've seen in the game, because there's also the one by, what spot? By this thing. If we just look up and to the left, there's a giant knife. I don't think realizing that helps me solve what the animal is, but there sure is a giant knife. That cannot be denied. Can I look right from there? Just trying to see if this really is a giant knife shape. This part doesn't look right. It doesn't have the usual handle. Looks almost more like a sword than a knife. But also, like, way too giant for anybody to use. I don't think we've seen the front end of it anywhere. I think it just sticks into the rock and is there. Yeah, this perspective isn't giving me any ideas. Still feels like noticing something here is the most promising viewpoint. Because it's not too zoomed in, where you can't see anything, but you can at least see the eye. That does seem to be a key point. Okay, I can't like click into here. It looked almost like there's a space here that's in shadow. So yeah, the shadow this would make with this light doesn't have anything interesting in it. Can only back directly away, cannot rotate. I tried to click and drag the knife outward just a little, and yeah, I can't move the knife. Little black notches along the outside, but they don't seem meaningful. Still unsure whether this is the eye or not. I don't think it is. But it's hard to be sure. Just doesn't look like it's the right color. This is a darker brown. In that case, it seems like this really is the perspective I need to take. And yet, nothing looks remotely like it's meant to be a shape. See, none of the creatures were just a giant sword with an eye at the bottom. What was the sound again? Kind of want to just rapidly click here in frustration, but that would maybe be rude to people with photosensitivity. I already do enough just rapid moving around without going between a light and dark scene intentionally. Um... Yeah, I'm still not finding anything else for the mouse to do here. Has it changed since the last time I tried to thoroughly check for things to do with the mouse? The knife itself doesn't have any hint that I notice. That's mostly what I'm looking at right now. It's like almost the shape of something here. Maybe, but it doesn't include the eye. That's kind of a key point in these puzzles, or rather this singular puzzle that has 5 parts. I guess it could be like the water, where I need to actually do something to make the shape appear, and yet I haven't seen anything interactable here. It's not like I haven't been clicking around. Oop. Was just seeing if I could interact with the glowing mushrooms in any way. Ended up walking forward accidentally, as one does. Oop. So anything vaguely close to the path causes me to step forward if I click. Not sure what clicking on the sword at this range would do. Even if I was close to it, it looks far too big for me to move. There's that at the top. Is there any chance that the eye down in the cave is just signaling that this is the real eye? Like they're somehow connected? And I need to look at this from the correct angle? I'm starting to see like antlers here maybe, and I was already thinking that it sounded vaguely like a goat. And yet like this down here isn't anything. Maybe I'm just saying nonsense because I've been stuck and I want to say literally any observation at all. I feel like that's actually what's going on. I don't think I'm actually onto anything. Feels more likely like this edge if I was going to treat this as an eye, which sounds extremely dubious. Like this would be something, and then I don't know what else you'd consider to be the edges of the shape. Can I see it from out here at all? No, it won't let me turn to actually look between these from another angle. We're back here. I guess maybe I should look at the actual animals room again. Did anything have antlers by any chance? I guess goats don't have antlers, they just have horns. Yeah, I could go with this. I think I've already tried that based on the sound. Pretty sure I also tried this before as the number 4 thing. I mean, maybe I should just be looking at number 3 more and then just guess on number 4, because it's later in the sequence, but that would be unsatisfying. I found the eye and everything. Not getting any ideas from that room. Like, it feels like here's where I ought to be. Still. That hasn't changed since the last, like, 4 times I said that. It's already been half a video, huh? Oop. Just trying to imagine like what it would be like with the reflection if there was water at different levels in here. I don't think any of them look like anything. Also, it would have to be more like down here, so that you'd still have the eye visible. Yeah, I don't think that's anything, even if I could get like water here. Or, you know, if I was supposed to imagine a time when there was water. Not sure why I thought of water at all. I guess like I was looking out here and I was like, I thought this looked kind of water-like, so maybe this was like a wetter area at some point. Yeah, there's also like no hint that suggests you should try that in any way. Right up there. Can you actually stand up there? I think there's just a line going along a trunk. I don't think it's a platform. Also, I'm pretty sure I've already tried to be up here before. Oop. Tried to skip an animation that didn't exist. Yeah, you can't walk around the rest of this. Is that... Where does this pathway exist? I don't remember wooden stairs down there. Unskippable for some reason. Oh, is it just this staircase? No, it's that one. That's definitely what I was looking at before. Hey, yeah, it's just here. There was nothing special about it. Was thinking maybe standing on it would be like the right perspective to see directly into the cave. But it seems like it's not even close. I can't even tell where the cave is. I think it's like maybe here-ish. Oh, that wasn't the right way out of there. So wait, maybe I was looking in entirely the wrong direction. Because it was to the left. Yeah, it's over there. Can't see that at all from here. Can see the sword. There's the sword. Even from here, the actual cave entrance is just too low. They've got that staircase going in. Down here. You can't stand there. These little things coming out of the pathway, I keep wanting them to be significant. But if I click on them, I just walk quite often. And like, they're just places for the lights to sit. Mostly. Well, actually, I think entirely. Hadn't quite noticed it. Noticed it? Yeah, making new words here. Noticed it. All the poles. This one, I think from this angle, is particularly hard to see, but you can see the light there. And I think if you look for it, there's definitely a vertical line there. What about this one, though? I don't think there's a light there. Until I step forward, apparently. Or did I step all the way to this light? But it's not like I can interact with that little thing. This area also has those little projections coming out of the pathway, but no lights at all. I guess once you clear the trees, they're a little less necessary. I don't think if I've seen this exact thing elsewhere. I think there was something like it vaguely close to the, this area, but I think it was just a solid circle above a door. I don't think there was a little hole in it. Maybe I should have stopped the dome while I was up on the pathway, but it wouldn't help. These like giant rabbit ears from this angle. This is just a straight post. Just the way they both have like green on the inside and an outline. Maybe these two things are part of the creature? So I was viewing the sword perfectly from where the kind of hilt outlined the blade at this angle. Maybe not perfectly, but good enough considering where you stop seeing it. I don't think this is actually anything. It's just maybe the most actually suspicious thing I've seen today. I'm not picking up a lot of actually the answer vibes from anything. Also, somehow 10 minutes have passed since I last looked at the time. I'd been hoping just like having the game open for another half hour would lead me to something. I feel no closer to solving this than I was 2 days ago. Sure isn't either. I guess it hasn't quite been half an hour, but I'm getting kind of tired of this. I'm gonna call it a video. Yeah.